What is up, guys? Anyways, just doing these midnight lives just for the ish of it. So, first of all, if you guys are at the Mike's Philippine Journey channel, I would ask you guys if you guys want to be able to make some comments. Make sure that you guys click the link to go on over to the Filipina reaction channel. A lot of people are gonna be saying, "What's the purpose of this particular channel?" Well, in this new channel that I'm also gonna be making some videos on, I'm gonna be just reacting to anything like literally Filipina channels, Philippine channels, just like pretty much it's just gonna be an all reaction channel in regards to this. So a lot of you guys have heard me mention about I'm planning to do this, and so hence it's here, right? So as you guys can see right down there in the description down below of this live, you guys can see the link to go into the Filipino reaction channel to be able to make comments. So if you guys want to make the comments, make sure you guys go there. You know, um, yeah, you guys know I'm doing my lives now. Um, I'm doing lives now pretty much midnight time. Eastern Standard is when I've been doing my lives, just because. Let's see here. How do you do this? So pretty much, see here who we got in the building so far. We got Peter. What's up, Peter? Working the night shift. I see. Yeah, because everyone's doing their lives at 8, 7. And you guys know I've been doing my 9, so it's just like I kind of figured, let me just do my lives at midnights. It just gives me a lot of chances and stuff to do. Hillbilly, what's up? Dave, what's going on, man? Sharky Marconi, this is the first time I've ever seen you before. That's amazing. Dream Killers in the house. What's going on, big dog? 19's left till I move to Cebu. To Cebu. Respect, bro. Make sure you have everything all lined up. What's up, Billy? What is up? IR, appreciate the super stickers so much. But like I said, always go to the other channel if you guys can. Mike, you need a new moderator wrench. I know I need to start working on these moderator wrenches on this one. I'll do that probably after this. What's up, Shaquille? Let's see here. Just Fact says, "What's up, Mike? I was on Facebook and YouTube on Antics. That's awesome." Yeah, you know what? Antics is killing it right now. I think they're still, are they still live? But man, they for sure had a lot of people in that live. Good for them and stuff like that. I guess people are really interested in that. Some of you guys saw me. I did a quick guesting over there. Sailor Tom, what's up, man? Glad that you're headed back. You're headed there tomorrow, man. Just be safe. Make sure you pack everything. Make sure you got your Lemodal, Imodium AD, all the different stuff that you need. Renee says another channel to demonetize. Oh man, man, oh man. Ate Moon's in the house. Why Travels in the house. I know, man. I like I said, we'll work on that. We'll work on it. But just kind of figured, just to have some conversations. You guys can go ahead and bring up certain things. I'll probably, I've been meaning to do um these comments that I haven't gone into ever since good old British expats who likes to call us Americanos. Americanos. So let me just go a couple of these comment sections. So like, this person right here. Let's see, what was this comment that I want to kind of go through. Just admit you're worried she will file a complaint against you, so an apology could be interpreted as a legal admission of guilt. So I get it. You didn't say what they accused you of saying. That's clear. You let your ego, my ego, the British expat's ego. It's funny. It's like, they try to play this game with you sometimes, and it's like actually not apologize could make someone even more pissed to file charges. You really don't have a good critical thinking skills, do you? And of course, he calls me Okay, dick. So pretty much once again, I guess I just really get into people's skins, right? But I was bringing up something earlier on today, and I did it over at Antics, um, where a lot of people are really just not paying attention on what these guys are doing and how they can have such a big predicament in place, right? It's just with the whole thing and I want you guys to look at what happened in Dramagede, Dumagate, right? How the different implications can occur. Number one is that they're putting a spotlight on things that they're doing in that particular area of things, right? Number one, what is that? Is that Ground Zero is a place to make um, deals. You can say under the table deals on, you can say pay to play, transactions, prostitutions, right? That's what's going on because they're passing around these women over there. That's one. Number two is Filipinos don't like, especially the law, the police and all that stuff. They don't want to deal with this extra nonsense. Like they already have to worry about just the local Filipinos. Like you guys don't understand. I mean, they don't want to deal with foreigners. That's the last thing that they want to do, right? Think about how majority there's a majority, and I would say a majority of people that we're seeing, in America when immigrants are acting up. I mean, look at what happened, for example, at in New York, right? With a lot of those immigrants, we need to help immigrants, blah blah blah, this and that, and then there's an increase in crime that was unnecessary being committed by those immigrants that were bussed in, you know, and so a lot of people are mad, and even like in certain areas, um, you know, where they're being housed at, like for example, in large Latino neighborhoods or large, black neighborhoods and stuff like that, you know, instead of helping true Americans, they're having to spread out some of the money and sometimes even more help towards some of the immigrants. It doesn't matter, it's up to you and how you want to be able to think that. But take that system or that majority mindset of people and pass it on along to Dumaguete or to the Philippines. It's going to be the same thing. People are going to get sick of it. The law enforcement's going to get sick of it. And they're just going to not care. And now you're looking at a variety of different things. People are asking for investments into companies. You're taking in money. And when you take in investments, are those being reported to the government? Because if you are taking investment from people, you have to report that. Are those investments being reported, or is it under the table things? And the worst part about it is people wouldn't know about these things, but they're putting all of those things, hanging it to dry for people to see and view, and giving too much information out there. This is just the beginning. If they continue on doing this, they're just reporting themselves. A lot of these guys are just literally going to get their own selves in trouble by literally self-reporting. Your job is to plead the fifth in order to be able to not self-incriminate yourself. And these guys are self-incriminating themselves, delivering the information out there. And I said this where there's a lot of people saying that, don't talk about it. Why do you talk about that? You're just, feeding off this thing. You're a smaller channel, whatever that is. It sure as hell is entertaining. I'm gonna be the first to admit I'm entertained. Are you not entertained, as Shaq would say, right? Oh, I'm entertained. And I want to watch. And I definitely want to see the pig slaughtered. It doesn't matter who it is, if it's gonna be both sides. Because people have already drawn the line. That's what happened. People have drawn the line and made a decision which side they want. And there's also a good amount of people who are just in the line and be like, we just want to see what's going to happen. Gotta get me some popcorn. And I'm the guy, like I said, I'm the guy with the Michael Jackson meme with the popcorn. And I'm saying, what else can you guys give me? That's just me. I definitely want to enjoy it. I definitely want to enjoy it. Let's see here. So like IRS, I just want to say thank you so much for that. Let's see where Prime Rib. Yo. I think those, by the way, happy Valentine's Day. Has anybody here given their Valentine's to their Filipina at this time? I should have made a video. I was going to make a video. Actually, I still have time technically, right? Called the Valentine's Day scam. Like, I swear to God. Like, okay, show hands right now. Who got a message, an email, an Instagram DM, whatever, a voicemail? How many people got a message from exes? How many here? Or how many people got messages from girls that they hooked up with long time ago? Because I'm sure that's popping up right now for people. Be like, man, how are you? Like, that's when you know someone's lonely. That's when you know somebody wasn't chosen for the Valentine's Day, and they're looking. Bisayan Kano says that fight you were talking about yesterday seems to be spreading into more drama. Jesus. Hi, expats. No offense, but I don't want to meet you. Any of y'all. I know, right? So, I mean, it's spreading. I mean, hey, look, listen. I know one thing, right? That the video I made, and then the live. If you guys missed the live, that was pretty fun. When we had that one guy show up. If you guys missed that live, that was hilarious, right? Now, but then I woke up this morning. And like there were like five new videos about the topic, and I was like, yes, more juice, spread the juice. I'm like, some people are like, why are you making videos? I'm like, just make it, like, put your thoughts out there, like straight up put your thoughts out there. And I was laughing. I was like, yeah. I mean, I end up finding new expat or foreigner channels, right? New expat foreigner channels that I never knew existed, but they made references to what was going on. And I was like, oh, cool. Another new channel. Respect. Like, listen, right? And for the guys that are purely involved, we'll say Dexter, Mark, Justin, okay, and Steve. If they say, like, why are people like talking about this? Bitches, you put it in the public. This is what you do. You put it on public, people are gonna make their own decisions and critique about it. You can't be have people talked about me? Sure. But I barely give enough information about my private life and stuff like that. But for some reason, people dig it. Like, people really pay money to dig stuff about me. And that makes me laugh. Right? That just makes me laugh on how that kind of exists. Chosen One, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just to let you know, Chosen One, there's another guy whose name is Chosen One, and he's not really liked a lot of this in this niche. Just to let you know. All right? But you the cool Chosen One. Just keep your photo on like that so we know which it is. Because there's another Chosen One, and boy, that dude straight up got problems. At first I thought it was you, but then I was like, wait a minute, he's using the number one, not the word one. Yeah, he self-incriminated himself. He truly did self-incriminate himself because he admitted to the act that he did. Like, you can't take that back, you know. Miyagi, I see your comment. No, that's not the Chosen One that we know that used to come by and used to talk about stuff. This is a different one. Gabriel, what's good, party people? Well, we're just getting the midnight oil started, man. Lit up. Like I said, just get your drink and chicharron ready to watch guys about to have a heart attack fighting. I know. And listen, like this, why do you want more additional stress? Why are these, but that's a good question. Like, why are you adding more stress? But then, I brought up the fact over at another channel at Antics that the common denominator is the women. Like, these guys, like, why are these guys jockeying? Why all of a sudden these guys are doing all this? It's called, I'm trying to protect my territory where I can find women. That's all it is. It's protecting your territory. These guys are trying to be the alpha dog of ground zero. That's just what it is. It's positioning themselves at who's who and what's what. The women are making these guys go crazy. Just by statistics alone, most men's, testosterone level goes down, right? Everyone's testosterone level goes down. So technically the truth is, as we get older, we should actually be getting testosterone boosts as much as possible, right? It's the truth. You have to get replacement because that's something, that you have to do in a way eventually, right? It's just, don't go over crazy and try to be a bodybuilder testosterone type of stuff. But, you need to get testosterone replacement. But man, these Filipinas are making them use their last few testosterones as much as possible. They're jockeying for positioning. It's crazy. Mario Jr., what's up, man? What's this about? And is Frank Battaglia getting his ass whooped? That was old school stuff, right? Frank Battaglia. Haven't heard that name in a while. YouTube is not the same anymore. Yeah, I mean, I would completely agree, and that's why, and I still have to. I don't know. Am I going to do it this weekend? I have to launch my Matrix Part 2. This is what I'm just talking about. The new. So if you look at, I call the Philippine Matrix, right? So if you look at that the reason why I'm using that is because there's a new program being in place. It's the next generation of the Matrix, right? The reset. Okay, so that's why you see the initial, the old. If you guys watch my Matrix video, the old school program, which is talking about causality, whereas the new program of the Matrix was choice, right? So the causality, that's Merovingian. So we compared that, the old program being Rike, all those guys, but they're still stuck around there, right? And then you have the P, who was the Orcor at that time. But now you're seeing the new set of people happening, right? That's what we're seeing. Because a lot of these guys, a lot of the older gentlemen, especially you can even say in the Dumaguete area, but we'll say the old heads who still abide by the programming put in place by the Merovingian or causality. They believe in the causality to cause and effects, right? That type of a situation. That's what you're seeing going on. They're still trying, it's like, you have the new Windows, but they still want to play with Windows 95. So that's how they literally do their day-to-day moves. Okay. But things are changing, right? Like you hear a lot of guys say, I wish it was like the old days, just like with what you just stated, right? But it's no longer that. It's no longer the same. Okay. So there's new set of rules that are in place. There's new set of rules that a lot of people needs to start understanding. And so you have the Filipina P who was just, a little few sexy stuff here and there. But look at what's happening right now with the new line of Filipino vloggers. Right? Hence, that's why we're doing this channel, because we're gonna do reaction to all these Filipino vloggers, and we're gonna really dive deep into what's gonna happen, what's gonna make people work. Because just think about it. If these new generation, these new sets, so a good way to kind of compare it is think about if you have an iPhone 6 right now, does it still work? Yes. But you can no longer update certain apps. Your YouTube definitely is not going to be able to be updated, so you can't really use YouTube. So if you want to use YouTube, you're going to have to go through the Safari of that iPhone 6 in order to be able to go to YouTube there and watch it as, in the browser. Okay? So what we're seeing is these guys are going to have problems with the new girls, and they're the ones that's going to be played around with. That's why you're seeing a big spike of so many guys being scammed, because it's not their world anymore. It's not what they're accustomed to. But it's still the same sin. They're still, unfortunately, want that young yum-yums, which is going to cause plenty more problems. What's up, Rudy? I am entertained. Save Philippine economy Discord, my comment. Yep, Filipinos see it as old foreigners with young Filipinas. They call it the Filipina mom savers, FMS, and making fun of it. Sad, but it's true. Yeah, let me see if I can Filipino Thoughts is in our Discord. So let me see if I can actually share that particular photo with you guys if I have it here. This is the photo right here. There it is. So what Filipina Thoughts is talking about here is this thing that I posted on the Discord. And so if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys join our Discord as well. I need to change certain things so I can update that here. Have the link here as well. Let's see here. Okay. So you guys have to understand the way locals or even Filipinos in general view foreigners. Like, this is the problem where a lot of you guys are not privy towards people talking behind your back or in front of you. Like, a lot of Filipinos can talk about you guys, about us, even in Tagalog, and you don't even know they're truly talking about you. Sometimes you can kind of like, are they talking about me? Right? But these are posts that we see so many times in a lot of Filipino Facebook groups and everything. This is the only way to save the Philippines economy. And a lot of people don't care. A lot of guys are going to be saying stuff like, you know what, fuck it, let them make fun of me. That's fine. That's fine that they can make fun of you. Okay. You shouldn't let things get to you anyways. You know who you are. You know your truth. You know your North Star as much as possible. but not everyone can easily let these kind of comments bounce in. So when a guy see these things, it affects them a lot, right? Like I'm used to guys trying to amig me. I'm used to guys trying to, you know, just like in the other live that I was in, that I was a guest in, somebody wanted to make sure that I see a comment. How does he do it? He does a super chat and puts in Mexican Mike, thinks he's an expert. I never claim to be an expert. I just know I'm smarter, or I won't even say smarter. I'm just not more knowledgeable about other people in regards to the realm of how things works in the Philippines. And my what makes me get a leg up is for the reason that I've been around Filipinos my life, and I speak the language. I've worked hard on right. Just to let you guys know, I watch one Filipino movie a day. It's not a Filipino movie. I'm watching a Filipino TV show. Like I'm working on my craft, right? And so people are starting to hate it. There's like when there's that little fight whatever over at Orchard Nang City. You guys don't understand. It's the beginning. There's gonna be a turn. Okay? The Matrix will fight you. The Matrix will kill you eventually or get to you. And you don't want to piss off locals. You really don't, guys. And you don't want to piss off the 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 bad locals. So just think about it, what goes on in America, and translate that over to what will happen in the Philippines eventually. Okay? We do see certain groups in America, and this is a known thing, that unfortunately, because somebody's a different race, different color, different nationality, different ethnicity, different religion, they will harm them. They don't think that they belong. In the end, no matter what we say, foreigners to the Philippines are immigrants, tourists that are meant to be there temporarily. And local people are eventually going to have that hatred. Because, guys, let's get into some a little bit political. Let's get into just a little political talk here. All right, I don't want to go crazy over it too much. Okay, there is a small seed that has been planted in the Philippines. Okay, and let's just go ahead and use America. America. Okay, let's just go ahead and use that. So if we decide to use this particular part in the history, okay, and here's the thing, and a lot of guys can say, well, I'm European, I'm Australian, doesn't apply to me. No, if you white, you're American in the when it comes to the Philippines. That's how you're viewed. You can be Australian, you can be, British and stuff like that. You a Kano to the Filipinos. Okay? Let's plainly say that. Now, there's a lot of guys here. There's a lot of guys in the Philippines that like Duterte. Okay. I'm gonna agree on certain things he does. I'm gonna disagree to certain things he does. I'm gonna respect that. But he kept on bringing something up that you guys don't realize. There is a seed planted in the Philippines that if it grows and we continuously have actions like this, scamming going on, then don't forget within the past year how many guys have been caught trying to come to the Philippines who did, we'll say, unspeakable things to young children and plan to do that in the Philippines. Some of them have been stopped from entering. Some of them have been captured later on because they've entered already. Guys, one of the biggest genocide ever committed in the Philippines was done to the Filipino people by Americans. That is not forgotten in the Philippines. A lot of people may not remember or know about it, but it exists and people do know. And people will talk. People need to understand that they need to stop putting the spotlight. Okay? If you guys don't know about the history, there was a big genocide that occurred in the Philippines at the hands of people in the past. Now, here's the thing. I also come to the I have the belief that I should not be judged by the actions of people that I never even knew. I should not be judged by people that I was not even alive when those atrocities were committed. But that is not reality. It's just not. You know who doesn't forget about this? The NPA. You know who doesn't forget about this? A lot of people. You do not give them the opportunity to spark fuse. And that's what's happening here. Just say, Angelo Habib, what's going on, man? Appreciate it. Oh, Davao from Canada. Respect, man. Respect. You're separated from your wife? Okay. Separated. Gotcha. Who's brave enough to admit it? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm not, no one admitted it. Good for you guys. I'm not admitting shit either. uh so are you the new voice of the Philippine Ganesh? Nah, man. There's people out there, there's that one guy who keeps, he's probably here right now. I'm waiting for his comment and stuff like that. Like, I'm the number 2 vlogger of Angeles City. I'm not a person to say I'm ranked anything. I would say I'm probably one of the worst vloggers on the Philippines team. All right. I just am. Okay. Because the reason why is I don't abide by the rules put in place of like, just do this. So no. I'm not the new voice. I'm just saying I'm just another voice of reason that maybe some people actually will tell you that a majority of people don't want to hear because they don't want their shit popped. Renee's like, I'm looking for a Valentine. Rudy says, I watched Mike the way he defended. Yeah, he just did not have a good defense. What's up, Miyagi? Anytime, sir, anytime. Z, G, whatever. I go Mia from old X between Thanksgiving through tax season. No Thanksgiving, Black Friday, no Christmas, no New Year's, no Valentine's. Save your money. you know, people don't understand that there are a lot of people that breaks up. Like most people, the large breakups happen in January. It happens in November, between the month of November to January. But January is the highest spike. But most likely January is where there's a higher breakups that happens from women to men, and then November it's men to women. Because men, and don't want a lot of guys are like, let me go break up with someone so I don't have to give any money. I don't have to buy any gifts. Jimmy Arcida says, what about Frisbee, the hobgoblin waffle flipper hunchback mantis Alabama tick? I don't know who you're talking about. Somebody calling somebody a waffle flipper several times. I've seen in comments. I don't know who that is. Um, Angelo, thank you. I'm a sim in my feelings. Stop it. Chosen one says, "Thanks, big brother Mike. I'm the better chosen one. I appreciate that. Keep grinding and telling the truth back in the Philippines. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, but just let you know, man, you are gonna see another guy that says he's chosen one, but you'll see he no longer goes here because he pretty much gets made fun of this channel, man. So that's why don't be I don't know if you've ever seen where people are like, sometimes when they see you, you're not the chosen one that we know. chicharron, fresh crushed garlic, pepper, and vinegar is the diggity son. I just go for some boy bawang, man. I want to see it too. Like, sure, I want to see it also. Like, I want to see somebody like making like an AI video or something like that. Put a smackdown up in that. The most childish behavior I've seen from a man his age, and he advertises it on the internet to the entire world. Yeah, that's because you're mean, Andy. He says, Alpha Dog with the Twilight Years community. It's like being a Zumba instructor at a retirement home. Yo, listen, I'll tell you one thing. Zumba Gold, which is the seniors and stuff like that, that got me a lot of patience back in the day. It's like I used to send like Zumba Gold dancers, and these old guys was like, yes, you know, um, you know, Dumaguete is like I don't know if you guys know about this community, but look it up, right? Dumaguete is like the villages here in Florida. Have you guys ever heard of the place called the Villages? If you guys never heard of that, some of you guys probably know who it is. Know the Villages. Hold on, let me pop up something here. Villages, Florida, sponge colors. Because I shit you guys not, they have this in the Villages. Okay, and I'll let you guys. The reason why is also is like, um, let's see here. I used to have patients over there too, anyways. So hold on, let's see if I can find here. This is a thing from the New York Post. Okay, so I don't have to. This is why I want to compare it. Let's see here. So the Villages is pretty much 5+ community, but a lot of them are a lot older than that. Okay, right. So and in Florida, if you go to a lot of these senior communities, like even in my community, for example, I drive around in a golf cart at times. Like, so I have an electric golf cart. So like these old people, this New York Post guys. So this is a known fact. If they put a certain sponge um on top of their golf carts, there's a reason. White means they're a beginner, a novice. Purple means they're voyeurs and people who like to watch. Pink is a soft swap. People who like to do it with others in a room. These are old people, okay? Older people. And listen, respect to them. Blues are low level swap, those who can play well with others. Yellow, mid level swap for those who want to have fun but are still nervous. Black is full swap, those who say, what the hell, let it all go down. And teal is their bisexual for those that want to increase their dating chances. That's what Dumaguete is. Okay? Dumaguete is literally the villages in a city. That's what's going on. Oh no, Andy. Andy, no shit. Gelai is not. Look for Steph. Look for Stephanie and Annie. They'll be wearing the same outfits that the P is wearing. Gelai is not even Filipina P on steroids. Yeah. So what a lot of people are not talking about is there's the whole Mindanao separation has been going on for years, for decades actually. That's old news for Filipinos. You know, it's just been reactivated, with the recent, not skirmish, recent, um sightings between the Marcos and the Dutertes. Okay, so Duterte was like saying that, you know. And so the truth is it's old news. This has been going on for decades, right? So for me wise, I've heard this long time ago. It's nothing new to me. So it's not really, you know, is it going to happen? Of course not. Can it happen? Can there be a war? That's like me saying Texas will separate. A lot of people want it, but not the majority. I think Filipina P is learning and getting better. I think, she's got a good process, but you're starting to see Filipina P using those clickbaits about booty and stuff like that. She's being a little bit more aggressive because she knows that her a lot of her viewers are separating her. Because you have to understand, Filipina P is getting older. And older is not something people want by the far majority. She's still getting her views. Good for her. But she knows that she lost real estate. And she's seen that. That's why if you look at her more recent thumbnails, it's a little bit more thought provoking, right? So and we'll probably go through that in this channel right here. Get a little hella fake and but that's what the guys want, man. That's the problem. That's the fantasies that these guys are being popped, right? So, like I said, let's bring it back to the Matrix with the basic thoughts. People are waking up slowly. They're like waking up. They're But so what these people are doing is they're changing it and pretty much keeping them plugged in. They're keeping them plugged in. Your dad has iPhone 16 6 plus 10. Eridado. Looks like I'm gonna go MGTOW after reading real-time stories of women getting picky, not just of men they want, but also the income, how much men make. That's a decision that you have the right to make as much as possible. I chose not to. You go your own way. What are you gonna do when you want women? Right? You still have to stick in the middle. See, this is the thing where people just don't understand. You know, here's the middle. There's a good amount going MGTOW. There's a good amount going feminist. That just eases it for the people that's willing to stick in the middle, to play a game, to be there. But you have every right to make your decision how you want to approach life. I'm just saying is I'd rather stick in the middle. It's a lot easier. There's advantages and disadvantages, you know. Bacon girl. Bacon girl. Yo, listen, I just took out my pack of bacon. Actually, I'm gonna make some bacon after this. Mike, where do you see the older vloggers like Beauty, Filipina P, Sharon Lapu Lapu, and Dumaguete the expats place in the new changes and influx of young and body showing Filipina starting channels? They're gonna get, just like anything else, they're gonna get replaced, right? So, you know, like there's a couple people hate me for saying this, but let's be honest. Let's look at a lot of women don't want to admit this, but they take advantage of it. Let's be basic here. A woman's worth, a woman is born with her value. Okay? I'm going to explain this. Women are born with value. Men are born and have to earn their value. So, for men to be seen as valuable, we have to be able to provide and protect. That is something that is gained and earned. Women are born with value because how they are seen, and women won't admit this, but women will actually be more of the people that criticize other women compared to men, right? But women are born, their value is their beauty, their youth, their vibrancy. Okay. And as you age, a woman will lose that. Now, typically, women lean towards their perceived value, and that's it. And they're not able to do anything more from that. Women who then understand the game, the rules, they use their beauty, their value to their advantage by getting educated, keeping their femininity, lowering the amount of exposure, okay? And they gain their value through that. Or you can say retain it and expand it, okay? So, as Filipina P ages, because the only thing that she gives people is the eye candy with the basic info, same thing with Rue Beauty, there is no other value that's going to be seen by other people. There are going to be people that's going to remain there and hope to get the scraps. Plain and simple. Okay? So youth, when it comes to females, will always trump age by majority. And the reason for that is the majority of men only look for that. They don't care, about other things most of the time. So that's why when you ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? Most of them cannot answer that. The ones that can answer it are the ones that needs protection. And the ones who needs protection, they know that and they want to look for the better person to make a decision. So that's what you're going to see. With respect to, for example, Sharon Lapu-Lapu, you're going to see what you see right now. Rue Beauty, younger than the P. P, younger than Sharon Lapu-Lapu. So that's where the game happens. Now, I don't know what maybe Sharon or Rue Beauty or Filipina P is doing in the sidelines. Maybe they are keeping things that they do in the side, not sharing everything. Maybe they are starting their businesses. Maybe they are doing other things with investments. Hopefully. Out of those three, I would say Filipina P is the more likely person who's probably going to do something like that and have the capabilities for it. Now, when you start looking at, for example, these expats, stuff like that, a lot of them are going to have some problems because they're functioning with low value attitudes of men. Because here's the thing, if for men, you have to have, in a way, showcasing and showing dick discipline. That's the first thing that shows if you are of a higher value of a man. But they're not. That's what they want to show. They want to show to other guys that if they can get girls, they have girls, or they're the person that you approach because they have the connections to connect you to girls that are looking for foreign men. That's what you see with a lot of these type of vloggers out there, these male vloggers, right? So it's it's a changing of the guard. Not everybody hated it when they went from 95 to Vista, right? And Vista really sucked anyways because we tried to switch right away. That's what's happening right now. And during that commotion of changing operating systems, it's sure going to drag a lot of people down. It's sure going to cause a lot of chaos for people. So, any name brand in Asia is social status. I think name brand is social status anywhere else in the world that you go to, right? One thing that you do see a lot in Asia is that fake name brands is something that they still put value on. Like, oh my god, look at my fake Louis Vuitton. No, it's fake, bitch. All right, it's fake. Just saying. Where, like you said, the locals are gonna call us. That's what's gonna happen. Get Filipinos that close to your age, or you get chismis by locals like walking ATM. And the thing though is like, listen, I get it, true, but then is this is where you have to like a give and take moment, right? It's like no difference when 'cause here's the thing, okay, right? What do you see in California? If you're within the Asian community in California, a lot of especially Filipinas are made fun of, right? A lot of Filipinas are made fun of for being with white men. It's not the white guys being made fun of. Filipinas get made fun of if they hook up with white guys in California, but also in other sects of Filipino communities all throughout the United States of America. You're a Twinkie. They'll call you a Twinkie. What's the national what do you call this thing, outfit of a Filipina Twinkie? They got those black glasses, knee-high boots and stuff. Like, that's just how it is. One thing that people don't understand is Filipinos love chismis, and they will. The problem that happens is, most guys will even, like, in the truth though, Filipino thoughts, most guys, see, women are the ones that get affected by chismis. Most guys will be like, psh, so what? Psh, got me the young girl. But that's also can be problematic because if that Filipina starts getting affected, oh, I don't want to be talked about, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That can cause chaos for the man in a relationship. It just could be. It just could cause chaos for the man, unfortunately, regarding that. Permanent resident, good for you, man. Yeah, Mog, this is the one. I think it's better if I get me a good Pinay here in the States. It's all up to you. I think that in the end, the goal is for any man is to get a good woman. Doesn't matter if it's in the Philippines, it doesn't matter in the United States. It's more logistically easier to do that. The big difference or the big problem that can exist, it's going to be a lot harder to find a Filipina in the United States that's going to want to get with someone with a larger age gap. Okay. So understand also how everything works. Okay. Chosen says, my Filipina is 2 years older than me. There you go. MILF and NPA do not cross them, my friends. Yeah. What up, Todd? Thank you, sir. Glad that you're having fun. Chosen says, I've seen some toxic people, Mike. I'm just glad I'm at least the okay chosen one. There you go, man. Exactly. According to the reporting, it is true. His I guess ex-girlfriend was talking about it and stuff like that. It was bound to happen. The guy already, I mean, when I first came across that guy's information before, like I've seen like one or two videos. I've seen that leg of his. That was 2 years ago. And I was like, oh, cellulitis. I was like, I looked at that leg and I knew right away. I diagnosed it cellulitis. This guy's got cellulitis, and he's like walking around in slippers in the dusty road. I was like, this guy is gonna get his foot chopped off within the next year and a half. So more than likely, he probably died of necrosis. He probably had gangrene or something like that, which is unfortunate. Well, no, not they're not all racist over there. I had some really good patients over there. I used to love going to the villages. I used to love going to the villages. There's some fun stuff over there. No, it's not in my backyard. But wait, like there's this like I freaked out one day because there's this group of old ladies here called the Pink Flamingos, and they ride around the they do like once every 3 months like a little parade just for their entertainment. They drive around the whole neighborhood like it's a freaking what do you call this thing, parade and shit. Oh my god. I'm just like but I don't like those ladies because they always complain about me. They always complain. Go to the Philippine place never visited by foreigners in the Philippines. Yeah, then they get they get kidnapped. uh, what's up, Jonathan Lloyd? Are you gonna cam up, man? Tour Jack, I appreciate you breaking down this whole Dumaguete. That guy would never relocate to so many expats. No drinking or nightlife for me. Sometimes that's the best. Sometimes it's better to it's okay to go there, but then where you live is off the is off of that. So there won't be no civil war over Mindanao. I mean, it's not going to be civil war between, you would say, Mindanao versus Luzon and Visayas. I don't see that happening, but that does not mean that you're not going to have problem with Abu Sayyaf, or you're not going to have another problem with um, like what happened in Marawi and stuff like that. Those are always a possibility. Okay, so that's always a possibility. You never know for that stuff. Um, so it is what it is. I'm in Mindanao, and even Mindanaoans laugh at the third that Mindanao is in much better condition than it has been. Even the NPA has spoken out against it recently. Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to have their comment, but one thing that you can't remove the fact is that the Duterte's got a good stronghold in Mindanao, especially in the Davao area, right? That's something that you cannot undo. I'm not going to post what you put Mog about, when referring to you. Yeah. Yeah, just keep it as is. Mog is Mog. Mog will always be Mog. Dang, speaking stuff, I commented on her live and I said, "Oh, you're the Filipina stuff. Been hearing things about you." And she was like, "What did you hear?" I said, "Bad." Then all those Sims defend her. Yo, but listen, here's the thing, right? Like, I say my thing, she could say her thing. My thing is, I want to interview her. Like, I really want to interview some of these vloggers. I want to have a conversation. Like, I do. I'm not gonna be a dick, unless they try to be bitchy, whatever. But I wanna have a conversation, and I, and I, and I, because there's a lot of people that doesn't bring the right question to these people sometimes. You know. Da, 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 da. Joy says, I will marry P." Victor says, "These old guys getting." By the way, guys, if you guys don't mind, like I said, you guys see the comment. I can see some of you guys are still in the Philippine Journey channel, so head on over to the Filipino reaction channel that I'm putting together. Like I said, for some of you guys that came in late, I'm gonna be doing a lot of reaction videos in this channel. I'm gonna be reacting to a lot of these uh, Filipina channels and stuff like that. That's the plan that I have in this particular channel. So, and also don't forget, if you guys can, just make sure you guys also um, subscribe to this one as well, if you guys don't mind. If you guys don't mind doing that, Mr. Guzman, what's up? Mike, and it's not just her. I could name at least 5 Pinay vloggers that are using those clickbait titles like Filipina likes big bananas. What makes Filipina crazy in the bedroom? Oh yeah, dude, it's crazy what you see with those things, man. She, it's just crazy. Big, big Maddie boy. I had to walk away and miss the slight political point you were making about atrocities to the Filipinos. Were you referring to World War, the Blackjack Pershing? No, this wasn't during the World War II. This actually happened before World War II, like around the 1920s, late 1910s, 1920s, and this is when the Buffalo Soldiers were brought in to kind of the Buffalo Soldiers were brought into the Philippines to kind of squash some of these events. I mean, there's I mean, it's some crazy stuff that happened, right? So, a lot of Filipinos have not forgotten that. Like, just to let you guys know, there's these things are discussed. Especially, who are the ones that really will try to keep on going? The UP people, because that stuff is talked about in UP, University of the Philippines, and that's a government funded university. Okay, so it's not forgotten. It's put in the side because, like, listen, got covered up by World War II. America, Filipinos fought side by side. But 2 decades before that, Americans were killing Filipinos. So it's still not a forgotten thing. Don't wake it up, is what I'm saying. Don't wake it up. Bisayan Kanot says, there are family members on my Asawa's family that have NPA flags the size of a house. I know a little, and in general here, it's against their interests. Even Duterte worked hard to bring them to peace. Yeah, but peace is always temporary. It's always going to be temporary when there's the ideation of people is different and never gonna kind of compare to each other. I think P and I don't know, maybe others before her really lit the fire for other vloggers to start and basically emulate her content as well as Rue Beauty. Emulate it and put it in steroids and get those views. I agree. Oh, John Lloyd. Oh, you know what? That's actually the name of an actor in the Philippines, John Lloyd Cruz. Oh, Jonathan Lloyd. And see, listen, you guys see me. I haven't blocked this fool at all. Let him be, because I want him to get heated up. Because every time, Jonathan, that you see me and you hear this stuff and you're here still, you're actually listening to me, and I'm making your day so bad. You want to know why? Because I'm just in your fucking brain. And you're thinking about, how am I going to fuck with Michael when he's not going to let anything get to him for real? And that's the fun part, Jonathan Lloyd. Because in the end, all you are is going to be somebody that's going to be working, making some what? Moonshine stills? Sucks to be you, man. I hope Mike doesn't allow a certain viewer to come onto his live stream and hijack the topic. I want him to come on. Jonathan, just let you know, you're more than welcome, man. Is he using Restream? Who's using Restream? Me? I'm using StreamYard. Yes! My first guest at the new Filipino reaction channel. This is going to be fun. Here you go, Jen. Oops. Oops. Copy. Paste. There you go, Jonathan Lloyd. There's your link for you. Hey John, I saw your comment over at the Antics channel. I didn't want to answer there because I don't want to be promoting my channel. I don't do things like Ace Bachelor Cool that be like saying I'm the number two, whatever. I'm not gonna promote that in other channels, or if say I'm gonna do a live. So, but I did see that, and and so just let you know, I didn't respond just because out of respect for that. Northern Wanderer. We are once a man, twice a baby. A baby when we are born grows into a man. The man gets older and sends back to a baby needing diapers, changed again. I agree. I've actually used this, but I think you eloquently delivered it better than I have. But yes, I completely agree. Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, you can if you want to. Link, what is up? Hello, Mike. Regarding your over observation, I think is what you're saying. Could this be linked to societal programming, which is all driven, subliminally driven, and has a firm grip on the mentality? Can we touch on this? Yeah, we can touch on this, but I mean, the thing though is that societal programming is based in regards for how your parents raised you, right? That's why the first 5 years of a child's life is the most important, crucial aspect of things. And so sometimes when you don't have the existence of a father during those 5 years, it can unfortunately cause a big problem regarding this. So the thing that you have to understand is that you know we are who we are, who raised us. That we can't really truly deviate from what was created in our first, you would say, 18 years of life, right? So it's like, I mean, we can touch on this, but that just gets into a lot of stuff. There's so many avenues in regards to this. Um, Shaquille says, speaking of Rue Beauty, she flopping lately because all she does is follow things in the West. No one cares about IRL streams in the Philippines. Yeah. Because eventually, you're going to run out of information. I think at least the P is someone who makes different content. I'll let her have that. These other girls, what are they going to do? Look at my new bikini. All the Filipino bloggers that quit their jobs to vlog don't understand once they hit the wall, they are done and you can't go back to work because they are over 30. They think they can make a career out of it. That's the problem. They're not thinking about that, right? It's no difference than you start seeing a lot of these OnlyFans people and stuff like that. And then they're, it's like, what are you going to do next? Why do you think all these girls like freaked out when OnlyFans almost stopped doing those type of content? Filipino Thought says, that's why I'm never going to be a vlogger. It automatically ruins your life and decreases your value. And I don't want that in my marriage. I'm good. Thank you. Got a lot of fake noses out here in the Philippines. So, talking about those fake noses, and you're seeing a lot of the exotics doing this more often. Um, Majority of the Filipinas that are getting the fake noses are actually not getting the surgery, the full rhinoplasty. I don't know if don't know about this, Carlo. So what they're getting is this. They're getting this implant that will make their nose pointier, right? And it looks like they got a rhinoplasty, but they didn't. So that particular thing that gets put into their nasal cavities actually eventually gets absorbed. So it pretty much deteriorates eventually, so they have to get it done every 2 years, right? It's a lot cheaper than a full rhinoplasty, but then it buys them for the next year. So they just need to find a sponsor that's going to pay for that. So a lot of these girls who you think got their fake noses done, it's done, but it's not a complete rhinoplasty. The one that links to Filipino reactions. If you look at the as long as you're in the Filipino reactions channel, you're good. Yeah, you just have to understand when I was talking about, like, the type of certain Filipinas, like, and that's the thing also. It's like, even like, if you're familiar with the Filipino community, it's a different Filipina community when you deal, like, for example, if I'm in Chicago, right? The Filipinas that I deal with when it comes to Skokie, now this is back in the days, right? So when I can only speak to how it was in regards for when I was a younger cat in that area. Like, how I dealt with Filipinas from Skokie, how I approached was different from how I dealt with Filipinas from Schaumburg, and it's definitely different than I deal with Filipinas from the city itself, the city of Chicago. And then, because it's about the clicks. And then it's different how I deal with Filipinas if they're from Lane Tech High School, because Lane Tech Filipina high schools, those girls are like about the life, you know. So, it's just understanding how things kind of works, the different clicks, you know. Mm-mm. Because she's probably getting paid more doing her vlogs, you know. Well, most Filipinos are attracted to foreign men, and the same for foreigners. Just find good women and close the age gap. Mm, no, I don't believe in that. To be with respect, Filipinos. I'm not gonna say majority of Filipinos are. I think in general, people are gonna be attracted to who they find is beautiful or who they find handsome, right? So let's just put that out of the way. But if that's the case, then why is it that we only see a certain majority dealing with foreign men? They always, fine. They're attracted to foreign men or whatever it is, but eventually later on, as they get older, what do? They come back home. They find a Filipino. You know. You never trade up to Mike, you broken some hips in the villages. Nope. I did drop a. Well, not I didn't drop. Technically, I dropped it, but it was my caregiver that dropped the patient. That was so sad. Yeah, NPA is National People's Army. Jonathan Lloyd, where are you? I gave you the link. I don't have enough information to say he's done that, right? I mean, there's a few things that he's done that I've seen that you know makes you open up your eyes, but it is what it is. You can't hear me? Well, I can't just close it. Hold on a second. Am I allowed to close it? Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to end the stream over there yet. I'll be the Tucker Carlson of the Philippines. I sure hope not. Do the Filipinos practice polygamy? The majority of people don't practice polygamy in the whole world. Maybe the Mormons do. The Book of Mormons. There are Mormons in the Philippines, but not the old class, not the old Utah Mormons. Okay, so No, and plus also it's illegal in the Philippines. Polygamy is illegal. You can go to jail for that shit. Mick Fisher says, if the Simps only knew how many of these Filipino vloggers are working girls, their heads would explode. No, they're not working girls, Mick Fisher, okay? Because they're not bucks in the street, so they're not working girls. But they get paid. Bill, appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's just like I said, I'm gonna do the reactions to this channel right here. I know I do. I got him. I got him. I know. My basement's there. Mike, that's cool. I was just stating facts. She was the whole because of the fight. Thank you for the truth. Thanks, man. K Dales, what is up? Um, let's see here. I know. Where's Jonathan? Jonathan. I once made suggestion to Ruby to start doing shows on the history of the Philippines. A lot of us are truly interested in learning about the culture to help educate us, so we got a better sense of it. Yeah, they're not gonna do that, man. I think I've done the most about history in the about the Philippines than any of the other channels, which is hilarious to me. What's good? What's good? What's good, Paul? Like before I moved to LA, out to LA, the flip clubs in high school was big in Chicago. Heck yeah, man! Like back in the days, you got School of Deals. You know, that's like the old school stuff right there. Listen, I used to average. I used to average going to like about like that cost me a lot of money back in the days. Like my sophomore, junior, senior year, I've attended. I think I did a calculation. I attended like over like 100 debuts, and when I'm talking about attended debuts, meaning that I have to be part of the entourage and you have to rent a fucking tux. It would cost a lot of money. That was your gift to the damn debutant. Was the freaking. Then you have to do this. You have to do like a dance with them and stuff like that, and choreographed and stuff. Oh my god! All that just for punani back in the days. I swear. I swear. Back in the days, all that. Ah, oh, you had to rent. Like it got to the point. Like I remember by my junior year, I went to Burlington Coat Factory, and they had a sale under tuxes, and I literally bought like the regular tux, black tux, and then the one with the tail. You know, I bought two sets, one pants, but two jackets, and that saved me about 2/3 of my rentals because sometimes you have to get a different color, and all I had to do rent was the stupid cummerbund bow tie or the freaking vest. Oh my god. Oh yeah, New People's Army, not National People. New People's Army. Because not all Filipinos have the chance to go to other countries. Some stay where they are. I you ask me. That's why many Filipinos over. Gotcha. Well, that's different. Muslims, yeah. What's meet them, right? No, the quality hasn't severely dropped. Um, it's this new age of doing things. So it's perfectly fine. Just do it, but don't all of a sudden think that you know. Don't fall in love with it. You know. Hold on, guys. you know, Mike, do you plan to buy a condo again in the PH or just visit twice a year? I'm looking at some I do plan to buy. Yeah, I do. But if I'm gonna buy some, I'm gonna buy some that are gonna be delivered maybe 3, 5 years. That's what I'm gonna be looking at. One thing that I'm actually looking at is in towards the Laguna area where they have um they're planning to do some buildings of townhouses with certificate with condo certifications. So I'm looking at that. But to be honest, I'm planning to hire a lawyer soon because my sis, so I plan to hire a lawyer soon to look into doing dual citizenship, so that maybe I can actually own, you know, property. All right. Well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Okay. You guys enjoy, have fun. Thank you so much for joining. All right. I gotta take this call.